My name is Josh Freedman, and I'm the CEO of an organization called 6 Seconds. Why is social-emotional learning so important? Think about the challenges that our children and students are facing in the world today. The need to collaborate across boundaries, the need to handle complexity, the need to work with people and find common ground even when things are challenging. Kids are stressed for the first time, more stressed than adults, and they're suffering. And we must equip them with the skills to navigate this complexity and to handle the world that they are inheriting. Fortunately, the skills of emotional intelligence are learnable, and these are the skills that kids need to flourish now in schools, but also in life and in their careers. Developing emotional intelligence starts by tuning into emotion. Emotions are actually neurohormones. They're chemicals that are part of our regulatory system, and they affect every living cell in the human body. Emotions give us data. They help us understand what's happening inside us and around us. They tell us where we stand. They tell us where opportunities are, and they tell us about threats. And they have primacy in the human brain. When we perceive danger, we don't pay attention deeply to anything else. Emotions serve to focus our attention and to motivate us. And just think about what you want as an educator, as a parent, as an educational leader. You want kids focusing on what matters and motivated to dig in and discover and explore and make connections and solve problems and create the future for themselves and the world. We're called 6 seconds because these little chemicals of emotion last in our brains and bodies for just about 6 seconds. Then they go into our bloodstream, they affect all of these cells, and they're broken down. So it means we have these little 6-second windows of opportunity to tune in, to pay attention, to look not just what's on the surface, but what's going on underneath. And if we want to really engage in emotions ourselves and work with our students' emotions, we can't just pay attention to the one loud feeling or what's obvious on somebody's face or what somebody says when we're passing them in the hall and say, "How are you doing?" We actually need to learn to look more deeply. We need a new pair of emotion glasses that let us see inside ourselves and one another, to the complexities of feelings and all of these mixed and challenging and contradictory, paradoxical messages that we need to learn to sort out and find our way through and get this information about what's really happening. And we only have these little 6-second windows to do that. We can teach emotional intelligence. We have tons of data that shows that when kids are in a social-emotional learning program that grows their emotional intelligence, they do better academically, they do better socially, their well-being is enhanced. And the secret to teaching emotional intelligence is to practice it ourselves. And this is part of what's so difficult about this work. It's not like, math, where we can kind of look in the book and find the answers. With emotional intelligence, we have to look inside ourselves and find the answers. There isn't a book that's going to tell us how we're feeling and what to do with that. We need to live this ourselves, and we need to practice emotional intelligence on a daily basis. And by practicing it, we're going to create the opportunity and the role modeling for students to do the same. And we're going to engage in more profound, more powerful, more meaningful conversations that translate into flourishing classrooms and thriving schools, stronger communities, and a better future.